Excellent song choice once again by Jimmy. Little Rockwell. Somebody's watching me. I've never seen the Cinco box on our TV feed before. Got the rare Cinco box. I'm in one square. Crowder's in another square. Solana's in a square. Jimmy's in a square. Josh Appel, we couldn't figure out a way to get him disconnected, so he's just sticking around with us. He's in a square. Jimmy, this song's a banger.
Thank you. I would think so.
All right.
Hawk, aren't these rectangles?
I feel like they're squares.
They look like
Nah, squares have even sides.
Yeah, it's a rectangle, Hawk.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Positive.
Yeah, I'm not so certain.
Yeah,
Can
but
we
a
get a
rectangle could be a
six?
square.
Is that so?
Or is it the other way around?
It's the other way around.
A square can be a rectangle?
Yes, because
Well, then these are squares.
no, squares have even sides. Rectangles have 4 90-degree angles. I'm a genius. Have y'all
square
remember?
has to be a
Why y'all always slip y'all mind that I'm a genius?
Not so certain. Can we bring up a sixth box, Solana?
We could, but we would need somebody else to be in the box.
But I'm saying we could. Like, we could get someone to do a sixth box?
I believe we could. I believe we could do as many boxes as we want.
Where's
We could
Whitty?
do 9? Yeah, get Witty. Have somebody sign in here just so we can see how this looks.
who
Not
can I-
that anyone listening can see it.
It's a funny game, though. Like, who could I send the link to right now?
Who will join us
Who
on
will
the
just
air?
jump on.
Zach
Leroy Horde.
Gelwood.
All right.
Leroy Horde. He's always ready.
I'll send
Leroy
out.
Horde will.
Let's do it then. I'll send out a couple feelers and we'll
All
see.
right. What are you have
every
breaking
square
news
is
or something, Josh?
Yes, every square is a rectangle.
Every square is a rectangle. So these are 5 squares.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No,
Yeah, what are you raising your hands? Every square is a rectangle.
squares have 4 equal sides.
All right, let's get well, so do these rectangles.
It's an optical
which side
illusion.
am I on again? I lost track which side I'm arguing.
It's a rectangle.
Are you sure?
Positive.
All right.
Were any of y'all in the National Legion of Honors?
No, I was not.
Well, I was.
I was in Spanish Honor Society.
That's too small.
I was in AE Row, the broadcasting fraternity.
Did y'all wear a helmet to class?
Let's get headlines here in the 4:00 hour with Alejandro Solana. As those of you who listen, wait for sports headlines. Those of us, just the 5 of us who are watching, wait to see if someone appears in a square.
Team Square.
These headlines are driven by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Buy your truck at a car store. Palmetto Ford, we know trucks.
By the way, I put in, and Appel works for the Marlins, so he can't comment on this, but I did because we talked about it in the 2:00 hour. I put in a bet for Marlins no runs first inning. Marlins, was it just a couple minutes away, right? 4:10
4:10.
first pitch?
Yeah.
What's
All right, so
no
we've got
runs in the first
Nerfy.
inning?
What do you mean?
What is that? What is that?
So no runs to be scored in the first inning.
And that's a bet.
That is a bet. That's called a sports wager.
Interesting.
Okay.
Look at you.
Sandy's on the
Plausible
mound. by the way.
deniability.
Look at you.
Plausible deniability.
Sandy's on the mound, by the way. Marlins will be off tomorrow, and then they're back at Lone Depot Park. LD Park. Friday, they host Washington, the Nationals.
Does anyone call it LD Park?
Nobody calls them.
The first time it's ever been referred to as LD Park.
Yeah, I've noticed that Solana has a good library of these types of things. The Crosman, LD
sure.
Park.
Crosman is his Mona Lisa, though. We can all agree. That one was a work of art.
Man, I can't believe the Panthers actually beat the damn Boston Bruins in that first round. I mean, I called that right from the beginning. Right from the beginning. Remember my Phil Esposito rant? Like
I do remember that.
Somehow I
And
nailed
then
that.
who was the guy you had never heard of? You thought he was
Pasta.
just
Pasta fagioli. Pasta
Yeah, pasta
fagioli.
fagioli.
Finished second in the Hart Trophy voting behind
David
Connor McDavid.
Pasternak. He thought it was like some scrub. He thought I was making up a name. He's like the MVP of the league. But he had just done a rant an hour before about why the Panthers were better than the Bruins, as if he were an NHL expert.
He is.
And I'm like, well, what about Pasternak tonight? Who? What? You're just making up names at this point?
Inter Miami. They're in action tonight. It's the semifinal of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. They're on the road at FC Cincinnati, a 7 p.m. kickoff from Cincy.
All right. Home of Skyline Chili. You can hear the game tonight here on 560 WQAM.
If I
Cincinnati's
wanted
nice.
to, is it?
Bro, it's a pride. I hate Ohio.
Yeah,
'cause
Riverfront. The Riverfront.
Oh yeah, like Cleveland is the worst place in the world. It's like zombie world. But I went to Cincinnati recently. They have the little riverfront set up, man. I'm telling you, by the Red, because the Reds and the Bengals play right next to each other, and that little area is beautiful.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times, and I don't remember it being all that, remarkable.
It's
Felt
nicer.
like Ohio.
It's nicer near what Crowder's saying, the Red Stadium. Oh, nicer near the Red Stadium.
Who has signed in? Who's going to be the sixth square?
Oh no! I'm leaving. Bye, guys. See you later.
Is one of the invitations you send out? Weren't you
terrible
talking
result.
about like high-profile broadcasters and guests? You send out an invitation.
Two biggest USF media alumnus right here.
They did away with their radio station because you guys were so bad.
and then 1,000 miles, and then Josh Appel right after.
We have a sixth, and now you would acknowledge they're squares, Crowder, right?
Those are still rectangles.
All right. We have
Disagree.
6 rectangles now on video. You can see this after the show on YouTube. Go to YouTube and then search 560 WQAM and then search for the Hochman and Crowder playlist. But now you are seeing video of me, Crowder, Solana, Josh Appel, Jimmy, and former 560, 790 employee Tito Bonach, who is now with Vegas Insider, I believe. Correct?
Yes, Action Network, but also with Vegas Insider.
Action Network, friend of Darren Ravel.
That's right.
And you're married now, right?
That is
He's married?
correct as well. Yeah.
Congrats, brother. I ain't talked to you since you got married.
Thank you, Crowder. I appreciate it.
Yes,
I was told by Ravel that he said that he thinks Hawk has some of the most egregious food takes. So that was told
When
to me
Darren
in
Ravel
person.
says that about you, you know you're doing something wrong.
You made it.
Because that
So
guy's
true.
got some of the most egregious takes. It's probably why I get along with him so well, because he's got egregious takes about a lot of things. But I consider myself, Tito, a food provocateur.
You are. It's so funny. I had a conversation with Josh Appel today that more often than not, when you tweet, your motivation for tweeting is, I can't wait to piss off everyone who
Oh,
follows me."
completely false. Completely false. I can't imagine where you guys got that notion. When I tweet,
You told it to me on my first day at QAM.
disagree. I don't even remember your first day. That wasn't even me.
When
that
he
was Guzio.
tweets, it's when he articulates anything at any time on any platform, he's gonna piss people off.
You sure it wasn't Eric Reed?
I'm just laughing that Crowder has gone from a video podcast with Ryan Clark, Fred Taylor, and Kevin Hart or The Rock to sitting as one of 6 squares with me, Solana, Josh Bell, Jimmy, and Tito Bonach.
Listen, when people ask me what are you doing now? First thing comes up is Hoch and Crowder Show 2 to 6, South Florida, baby. This is the bread and butter. The rest of that stuff is gravy and jelly. This is bread and butter right here, bro.
I mean, this has got to be one of those moments where you go, a reminder of what AM radio is.
Solana.
He's waiting in hotel rooms for The Rock's entourage to bring him in. He's hanging with Floyd Mayweather, and he's setting them up on his private jet. And now we've got Solana getting all excited that Tito Bonach somehow found time in his day to sign in.
I was about to walk my dog, and I was like,
He's
"Nah,
going to watch
gotta come on the show."
Interstellar for the 19th time, but instead he's going to spend 5 minutes on the radio show.
Alana, send me the link. I'm gonna get Freddie T on.
All right. I'll send it to
Now
you right
you're
now.
talking.
To be
I thought
fair,
like Iron Eagle was gonna pop up in the thing, or Witty, and then Tito,
Right.
literally the worst possible person that could appear in this.
Wow,
You know,
shots fired, Tito.
It's really nice. It's really nice that Josh Appel is so complimentary of a fellow USF.
Yeah,
USF alum.
shots fired.
Hey, go tweet about UM some more.
Doesn't everybody get in the USF?
Huh? What?
My son's been accepted. He's 10.
It was UCF. Solana, I believe, is the only person who's ever been waitlisted at UCF. I didn't even know they had a wait list. I thought it was a bit at first. He got waitlisted at UCF.
Don't worry, you're better off.
They have 600,000 incoming freshmen. He got waitlisted.
You're getting the UCF at the Wawa.
All right, we got to wrap things up. You have any more headlines?
yeah, the only other thing I was going to note was that today is National Cuban Sandwich Day, gentlemen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, I'll ask Tito, where's the best Cuban sandwich in Miami?
Well, Solana, I prefaced. I texted you this today, and it's
Preface.
Preface.
prefaced. You are correct. Here we go. Hot start. Hot start.
Yeah. USF Bulls, ladies and gentlemen. Preface.
Tito, come on, man.
The Cuban sandwich isn't even the best Cuban associated sandwich.
He happens.
What?
He happens
It's
to be
not.
correct.
It's not.
It's actually
You're gonna
not
do the
controversial.
croqueta sandwich?
What was that?
You're going to do the croqueta sandwich?
He's
Is that gonna
speaking-
be
Tito, he's referring to the croqueta preparada,
Preparada.
which
Yeah, that's what I
probably
thought it was.
probably doesn't surpass the Cuban sandwich in terms of popularity, but you know, a pan con lechon, for
Pan con
example,
lechon.
is
Mhm.
much more popular, I believe, than a Cuban sandwich. Even a pan
100%.
con bistec, probably
Pan con bistec.
you would call it a Cuban delicacy, and
A frita.
a frita as well. So Tito happens to be right about this. As much as we love the Cuban sandwich, and we love it down here, it's probably not even on the Mount Rushmore of
Okay,
Cuban
but that's
sandwiches.
what the day is. So where's the best Cuban sandwich?
I'll tell you where. It's at LD Park, the Cubano Gigante.
Oh, Lone Depot Park. Then the Marlins will be back in town on Friday. You can get El Gigante there, correct?
You know, the Cubano Gigante, yes, and also you can see,
Gigante.
yeah, exactly, Gigante.
Ooh.
Also, do you guys know that Tampa has this claim that their Cuban sandwiches are better than the ones down here?
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
adamant about it.
So the Cuban sandwich in Tampa has salami. So on top of ham, pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard, they add like a layer of salami as well. And their claim is that that's the OG Cuban sandwich, not the one that we serve here in South Florida.
Jimmy, you
about-
want to weigh in on that?
The Miami Cuban sandwich is superior than the Tampa's.
Where's the best one?
Probably go with Versailles.
Versailles.
Mm.
All right.
Havana's, Pine Island, and Griffin.
Best one in all of Miami.
Best Cuban food in Miami. It's one spot. I'm sorry. If you can get to Pine Island and Griffin, you're going to have a hell of a time eating. And they got a media noche or something like that. That's good as hell, too.
Medianoche. Yeah, the medianoche, superior to the Cuban sandwich as well.
Cuban sandwich,
I'm
yeah.
with you.
Great point, Croc.
Well, I will tell you, you're all wrong. It's Pollo Tropical and their once a year Cuban sandwich.
Sang.
All right. Anything else, Solana?
Your weather from the Demesman and Dover law firm, youraccidentattorneys.com. Call them 866-954-MORE. Partly cloudy right now, hot, humid. Tonight the lows will drop into the low 80s. That is your weather.
It was a true delight seeing you and speaking with you, Tito.
It was great seeing everybody here except Josh. I'm going to be pretty
Yeah.
honest.
I mean,
Speak for yourself, okay?
That's
It was
right
not a
at
fluke.
you.
That was an
Right
original
at
comeback. All right, guys. This is
Right. Wow. I mean,
You're an
it's,
original comeback.
Devolved. Wow. It's devolved into something we didn't expect.